Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead. Let's make a ham and some ham hocks. Now, in this bin, I have one ham and a bunch of ham hocks, or one pork roast, and some ham hocks. And rather than debone these will make a nice little ham dinner once they're pickled. Just to put in the crock pot with some cabbage and potatoes, eh, Papa? So, we have 12 pounds of meat here. And the reason I'm telling you specific is because I'm going to be using pink curing salt, and we don't want to make a mistake with that. Here I have 5.5 liters of ice water, 3 cups of light brown sugar, 2 1/4 cups of coarse pickling salt. You don't want table salt. You want no additives. A 1/2 cup of pure maple syrup and 3 teaspoons of DQ pink curing salt. Let's get started. You're going to need a 1/2 liter or a 1/2 quart of hot boiling water so that we can do our sugar and our salts and get those melting. So first, we're going to add our pickling salt. Now, folks, this is DQ pink curing salt. Don't mistake it for Morton's Tender Quick. It's a whole other product with a different measurement. Please do your research. There's that. And here's our 3 cups of light brown sugar and our 1/2 cup of pure maple syrup, not table syrup. And now we're going to take a 1/2 quart of boiling water, and we're just going to put that all in here, and we're going to just whisk this until it starts to dissolve. It's not going to completely dissolve, and the reason I have 6.5 quarts of ice water is because this is hot, and we don't want our brine. We don't want to put our meat into warm or hot brine. It has to be cold. That's about as dissolved as this is going to get. So now we're going to pour it into our bin of ice water. And I'm just going to actually rinse my bowl right in here. Make sure I get everything out of that bowl. Now there's going to be salt on the bottom here, but that's okay, folks. You know why? We're going to turn this every day. We're going to come out here and stir this every day. But first and foremost, we want to get our big, beautiful ham. Look at this ham. We're going to get our ham in here and our hocks. Now, we want this held under the cure. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this little cutting board and we're going to place it in on top of our meat. And I've got a 1/2 pint jar on top so that when I put my lid on it, the lid will press on the jar, which will press on our cutting board and will hold the meat under our cure. Now, we're going to stir this every day. We're going to come out and give everything a turn and make sure the salt and that is starting to dissolve. All right? So we'll see you guys. This is going in a fridge for 7 days. Papa has been busy. He's got his fire going, and then he's going to shove the coals, just like the pepperettes. He's going to shove the coals in the back and put a cast iron pot on them with our chips in them. And there is our stuff. We've got the bacon across the top, and then hanging in those mesh bags, the big fat one there is a ham, and there is 8 ham hocks. They were wrapped in cheesecloth and hung in the porch where it was cold overnight to semi-dry so that they could be smoked this morning. Here's our bacon. It's cooled now. It just came out of the smoker. Here's our one ham. Now, we didn't do a bone-in ham, folks. This is a rolled roast that Howie did. Well, there's just two of us, and unless we have company, that's going to be way too big. Yeah. These ham hocks are just the right size for us for split pea soup or, you know, a ham hock and cabbage and potatoes, just like I would with corned beef or ham or cottage roll. I'm going to get to vacuum sealing these. These bacons are going to be cut up into smaller portions. And all the meat is finally done. This is the Miss Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, yes, it's the middle of November and the harvest is in. Woot! Take care, bye-bye.